Okay, it's 29 June. Do the market review here. Uh, so let's go over the indices. Last week was sort of a up and down week, but we ended up, at least on the Nasdaq, higher. Not much, but just shy of 2014 highs. So here is the Nasdaq Composite. Here is the March high. If we go back, you can see that was the prior high. We broke that last week, and then we reversed pretty sharply. This was a day that we, at first, you know, if you just look at that day, by uh, without the subsequent days, that's a pretty ugly day, reversal day. Uh, that was on Wednesday, uh, and it was, but days like that, unless the next that low is taken out, it becomes discounted, especially if the market continues to go higher after that. Uh, it's a little tricky with the volatility index this low. It's tough to stay along any tactical positions because you're getting whipped around a bit. That being said, we're still strongly in an uptrend. Strategically, obviously still in a pretty strong bull market. So in that respect, it doesn't. There's no reason to be shaken out in any type of strategic positions. But like I said, entering new positions or trying to hold some tactical positions and maintaining any short-term gains you have, it can get tricky when things get a little whippy like they did last week. But in that respect, the nice thing about it though is it gets people out, gets people short, gets people out of longs, gets people short, and that's what ends up being the fuel to potentially go higher, right? People got whipped out of their long positions want to buy it back. It's kind of embarrassing if the market does go to new highs and you get whipped out of your position, so you end up having to buy at higher prices, and those going short have to cover. So that's the fuel that will allow the market to go higher. So we're above all key moving averages. This is the 8 and 21 day, so not too worried about the 8 day. We're kind of riding the 8 day, definitely well above the 21 day. S&P, somewhat similar. I mean, we've been at these 2014 highs. S&P definitely has been leading versus the Nasdaq, but the Nasdaq has had a little bit of catch up. Played a little bit of catch up in May, and we'll see if that continues into July, or at least through to the holiday weekend next weekend. We have July 4th on Friday. So the nice thing here is, we're above all moving average, just like the Nasdaq, or even above the 8 day, which is very strong, and even above this high level uptrend. Yeah, so right now, the support in the S&P is basically going to be Thursday's low, and at least that's short-term support into the week, and short-term resistance is Wednesday's high. So those are the two levels we'll play off this week. Volatility index has popped a little bit off those all-time lows. Still very low, but at least there may be some fuel, hopefully, to the fire if the market does go higher this week. But who knows? I mean, we'll play it how it is right now. Like I said, we have the key support, Thursday's low, and key resistance, Tuesday's high. That was it. So that's it in a nutshell as far as at least tactically, the indices. Uh, so, let's take a look at some stocks and see what we have potentially developing for this upcoming week, and also take a look at some of the positions that you may hold. So let's go take a look at some of these here. We'll take a look at the daily charts of some stocks. We'll start off with Twitter. That was one that we've been following, and once above the 35 level was that breakout level, and it's just been grinding higher. So it's volume is come in here and really helped it go up. So that's a good sign. Right now, short-term resistance is at 42, and we'll basically take also that same day, which is about 39 3/4, is short-term support. Because on Thursday you had that nice little breakout. Friday it kind of consolidated, so this might be one of those things. Once it break above 42, and then we could be testing those mid 40 range, 45. Right in here. This would be a good next bigger resistance level for Twitter. But again, which would be pretty impressive that if it can make a 10-point move in about a month. So that's done very well. Facebook also doing pretty well here. It looks like it's going to want to take, if it takes out the Thursday's highs, may have a chance to challenge these early 2014 highs. So that would be pretty impressive as well. The 3D printers, I know that's been something we've sort of followed for quite a while. We got involved here when we broke above these 51 3/4 in triple D. That's been acting very well. We're almost up around 60. So it broke above this resistance level right in here, which is now should be its new support level. So there's some levels in here that mid 60s that may challenge it next on the resistance side. Something that actually has done extremely well in the same space is VJet, and we've been following this since early June. Kind of languished around, then it finally broke out above these 14 inch, around 14. Broke out nicely, and now we're up to 20. So that's a pretty damn good move, good volume. I continue to hold a small position. We'll see how that goes. In the solar space, I haven't really mentioned this, but I kind of picked this up last week. I like the fact that it broke above this downtrend line here. Especially after a big break like this, it's kind of consolidated for almost 4 months here, and then it broke above that downtrend line. So it looks like it wants to break these highs up here potentially, at least challenge them, which is in around 75, and then possibly go higher. So other stocks that I'm looking at, I actually had quite a few setups. Amazon. This has been a kind of a languishing trade, but it's been consolidating now for a few weeks. So I actually would take a shot short this if we break below here, but also if we break above this 330 might be a decent catch-up long. Biotechs, Biogen, IDIC. This is a nice level here. I'd like to see it break above this 322 to 323-ish area. That might be a nice something to move off of. That's been consolidating for a while. This one, Chipotle Mexican Grill, has actually had an extremely big move. I'd like to probably see it consolidate another week or two, but there is a level that maybe take a shot above the 600 and change, 602 and change. Maybe might try a quick move up to 620. Another biotech. Again, if this breaks, this little downtrend, might want to make a move to 2014 highs. NetSuite, again, so looking for the NASDAQ to play catch up is one that might work out well. Pandora, that breaks that this moving average, might have a nice little run here. This one is YY, again, if it breaks above the 75 ish level, and then also PANW. Look at that, that's really nice. I mean, that's a flirting with these big time highs, so that might be something to take a look at, take a shot this week. Anyway, that's all I got. We'll see how things develop this week, and I'll talk to you later.